Hey guys, Forgotten Compass here, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to defeat the Flying Dragon Igheel without using Torrent. Now before we get into the actual video, this is just footage of my previous attempts. I highly recommend that you actually do fight Igheel using Torrent, as it makes the fight way easier, as you could avoid most of the attacks, especially his flame breath. It's a lot harder to do it on foot than with Torrent. But for those of you who would like to challenge yourselves, this video is for you. Now before we get into the fight, I just want to show you guys my build. This is basically just the starting Confessor build, but you don't have to choose a Confessor and actually beat this boss. You could choose any of the starting builds that Elden Ring gives you, even the Wretch would work. And so here's my stats right here. As you guys can see, I haven't done much leveling up, so I just wanted to show y'all that you don't have to be super decked out and like farming for an hour to beat this boss. You can literally just open the gates to Limgrave, take a right, and then just whoop his ass. And so now we're going to get into the actual fight. So basically what we want to do is just stick to the left side of Igheel, the area right between his left wing all the way to right behind his left foot. And what this does is force Igheel to mainly use his physical attacks. Since we're on foot, we want to avoid as much of his fiery attacks as possible, because like I said, they're extremely hard to avoid. And so as you guys can see right there, since I was unable to dodge that attack, I couldn't get to his left side fast enough, which caused him to use his fire attack. Now this one isn't too hard to dodge. You just run backwards to your left so you avoid the fire, and then whenever Igheel does land, you'll be right next to him. Now unfortunately, Igheel will occasionally try and create some distance between you guys by flying away, so you won't be able to stick to the left side of his body, and which will cause him to use his flame attacks. And there's nothing you can really do here. However, the good news is, as long as you're not close to your equipment max load, you can outrun this version of his flame breath. And so we're just going to keep rotating to the left side of his body. Don't worry about when he uses his right claw or his right wing to attack you. They won't hit you as long as you're on the left side. All you gotta look out for is just his left side of his body, his tail, and his head. We just keep rotating to the left side of his body. Also, whenever Igheel does this attack right here where he flies up and then stomps on you, the best way I found to avoid this attack is to dodge whenever you see both of his claws fall. Also, whenever you manage to make Igheel fall, in order to riposte him, you're going to need to go to his head. So if you're far back like how I am right here, I think it's best to just keep attacking rather than trying to go to his head, because you may not have enough time. Now Igheel will once again try to create some distance between us by flying away, which will cause him to use his ranged attacks. However, like I said, as long as we're not close to our equipment max load, we can just barely outrun this version of his flame breath. Just be aware of your surroundings, because if you bump into a rock, you will get caught by the fire. Also, this version where he spews fire from right to left, you cannot outrun that. So if you're close to him like I was, you could just run up to him and then just punish him for it. However, if you're far back, I would suggest that you hide behind some cover or just run back until you're out of the flames' reach. Also, if you're having trouble dodging some of his attacks, like as you can see right there, I just got caught by a stomp, you can just use a shield that has 100% physical damage negation. That also works quite well, but not as effective as dodging. So for example, right here, when he does his flying attack and then stomps on you, instead of waiting for his claws to go up and then dodging, you can just hold down the shield. However, the drawback is that you will get knocked down, so you won't have as much time to punish Igheel. One thing I forgot to mention is that whenever Igheel looks to the ground while there's flame coming out of his mouth, immediately run backwards, because he's about to do what I consider his most frustrating attack. I'll show it right here. So he'll look to the ground while there's flame coming out of his mouth, and then he'll fly backwards while spewing flame in a large radius. And so this could be especially hard to dodge if you didn't see it coming, and even more if you're on foot. So yeah guys, that's all there is to this video. This is how you defeat the Flying Dragon Igheel without using Torrent. If you found this video helpful and interesting, please like and subscribe, and I will catch y'all later.